You ever develop a crush that's so strong, it feels like it's taken over your entire brain? You can't stop thinking about them, replaying every tiny interaction, checking messages, imagining conversations that haven't even happened yet. Yep, it can be absolutely exhausting. So if your crushes feel more like full-blown obsessions, that's not crazy. That's your AuDHD brain caught in the perfect storm of dopamine, daydreaming, and emotional intensity. So let's take a look at what's happening when limerence takes over our AuDHD minds. And more importantly, let's take a look at what we can do about it. Welcome to AuDHD Bites. Let's get our teeth sunk in, shall we? When you develop romantic feelings for somebody, your brain floods with dopamine and focus. ADHD hyperfixates on what feels rewarding, novel, or emotionally charged. Autism adds deep pattern recognition and emotional resonance. This is where your thoughts about the person become highly significant and hard to ignore. Add all of this together, and it creates the all-consuming sensation of limerence. Limerence, my friends, is that euphoric obsessive phase where your brain turns attraction into a puzzle that it has to solve in order to feel safe and regulated. It's not love at first sight, it's your nervous system latching onto somebody that feels safe and fascinating. The problem, though, is that that intensity can override boundaries and perspective, making everything feel urgent, impulsive, and difficult to slow down. Yeesh. Think about how all of this leads to things like love bombing, embarrassment, awkwardness, and perhaps the worst of all, harsh self-judgment after the fact. But hey, come on, let's not beat ourselves up about it. That's definitely not what we're about here. So, you know where we're going. Let's reframe it. Limerence isn't proof that you're clingy or obsessive. It's a byproduct of neurodivergent processing and dopamine-driven chemistry. It's your system trying to self-regulate through fantasy and focus. You definitely don't need to feel ashamed of the intensity, but you do need to understand what that intensity is trying to tell you, i.e., you're craving connection, not control. Once you realize that, you can meet the need more directly, through grounding, creativity, and honest communication. Easier said than done, right? I know. But here's some things you can try. Strategy time! 1. Name the fixation. When you catch yourself looping in limerence, gently say to yourself, this is my brain seeking dopamine, not destiny. Giving your feelings a language brings awareness without shame. 2. Feed the circuitry elsewhere. Redirect that limerent energy into creative projects, exercise, or deep dives that feel rewarding. You're not suppressing your feelings. You're reminding your brain that limerent feelings aren't the only source of regulation or reward. 3. Set gentle boundaries with yourself. Time limits for scrolling, checking, and replaying messages in your head. This idea of setting boundaries, it isn't punishment. It's protection for your peace. Most importantly though, please remember, you deserve a connection that calms your nervous system, not one that consumes it. So if your crushes feel like full body experiences, you're not alone. AuDHD brains, they don't like, they immerse. The trick is learning to swim in that intensity instead of drowning in it. This has been AuDHD Bites, Goth brain guidance for ADHD, autism, and AuDHD. If this episode has been useful, click like, subscribe, and drop a bat emoji in the comment section so that I know who I'm talking to. Thank you so much for turning up for yourself today and supporting my neurodivergent-led work. Until next time, bye humans!